Hello, I'm back again talking about the weather. We're going to talk about the air quality, which was not great today. But before I even get started, I actually did a little experiment I want to tell you about. And that is in Mineola, I took temperature readings. This first temperature reading was by Mineola Boulevard. You'll see 67 degrees. Mineola, in a residential area between Mineola Boulevard and Wallace Avenue. This was in my neighborhood, right by where I live. You notice it's 2 degrees warmer. Even my neighborhood, immediate neighborhood, holds the heat in. And then we get to the alley, and yeah, look at how much hotter it is. Almost 74 degrees, 73.9. So, yeah, it's pretty insane how much hotter it is here. It's not my imagination. I'm dying in here.
Oh, I hate this place!
And then we had the air quality. So we'll get to that next. The air quality. Yeah, we've got moderate air quality with wildfire smoke around still. And it was noticeable in the air today. But first we'll look at some air quality readings. Because I thought it was going to be better today. And you could see, look at this. We have some readings up at 105 here. And I was feeling it too. And actually, the smoke seems to, if you look at this graph, it looks like it has been going up throughout the day. Yeah, we've got wildfire smoke around in our area still. And the air quality alert is in effect for New Jersey, but not for us. You see the gray over New Jersey, but not for us, unfortunately. And you can definitely see it should have been in effect because if we took a look at we had a hazy sunshine today. Some clouds kind of rolled in the evening. You can see how hazy it is. And then if we look even closer here at the haze, you can clearly see how hazy it was, how hazy the air was. Then you smelled it, too. It definitely smelled like smoke out there. And then you couldn't even make out. There were some cumulonimbus clouds and cumulus clouds. Tell me you could barely see that cumulus cloud. That's how thick the haze was. So really insane haze. Today, really insane. Just still dealing with it. It just continues. I thought we could have better air quality today, but unfortunately, that is not the case. You can see this is the satellite. You can see plenty of haze, smoke around, some cirrus clouds. A really murky day. And then we had some pop-up showers and thunderstorms too, as well. That we'll get to in a moment. But you can see here, look at this, just this mess that we have coming. Another lumbering low pressure along a stalled front is going to bring us yet another unsettled, damp, wet, crappy, sucky weekend, unfortunately. Take a look at some of the current temperatures outside so compare it with those temperature readings I just took. And, yeah, even in Mineola, it's warmer than, say, Farmingdale 64, so it's still warmer in Mineola than Farmingdale. So 64. Dew points are 2 points up to 57 now. The air was drier earlier. If we look at the dew points earlier on during the day, let's see, mid-50s. It felt humid, though, and that's because of the smoke. It actually made it feel, the smoke makes it feel hotter. It really does. It really does. 64. At Gabreski Airport, dew point 57 as well. I thought Islip had a dew point in the 40s. Let me check that. Let's see. Yeah, they had dipped into the 40s a little bit, but everybody else dew points were in the 50s. But it was like, if you look at these temperatures, you're like, oh, it should have been a comfortable day. But I don't know, walking around out there, the air quality just makes you feel very winded when you're walking. You get hot easily. Yeah, we still got into the 80s in Nassau County, it looks like. Suffolk County was in the mid to upper 70s. Inlands is where the hotter temperatures were, for the most part. Low temperatures, 60s, nothing really that remarkable. But the air quality, again, definitely something, that's for sure. This air quality is definitely not good out there. Very, very hazy. Very, very hazy day. I want to show you just how bad the haze was today. This was the Hamptons camera from Shinnecock fishing dock in Hampton Bays. And you can see just how thick the haze was today. Really thick. And that's cumulonimbus clouds forming off to the north. You can't even see it. I mean, really thick. You can see that's a cumulonimbus cloud. You can barely see these cumulonimbus clouds. That's how thick the haze was. There's actually a thunderstorm out there that hit. We're going to review the radar in a moment. You can see there's the rain from it. I don't know if it actually rained there, but you can see that's the storm right there. Looks like it might have just passed to the north, but you can see, yeah, pretty dark actually, pretty dark sky. But you could barely see the cumulonimbus cloud because the haze was just so bad today. This looks like a pretty significant storm over here. So we're going to go to the radar now. We'll go to the radar rewind, and we'll show you what it popped up earlier. And it was kind of interesting. So if we go over here to, I guess, around, yeah, right around 5:50, 6 o'clock, you could see some of these cells popping up here in Suffolk County right here. There's one of the cells right there that popped up. So you can see it popped up over Rocky Point, and then it kind of formed a line a little bit. There you go. It looks like it missed Hampton Bays. It went to the north, went over Riverhead, and then another cell popped up over here over Rocky Point. So kind of an active day. These were thunderstorms. Not severe, but they were thunderstorms. So definitely was some rainfall across part of the area today. Let's go to the Wonder Map. We'll take a look at some of these precipitation amounts. It was very localized, so that's why I'm using this. Now, you see some of these areas. Yeah, Shoreham got almost 1/4 of an inch of rain. So it went over the north part of the Pine Barrens a little bit there. Baiting Hollow got about 1/4 of an inch. I don't know if I'm believing that 1 inch amount in Riverhead. It's possible. 0.56, not that far away, so it's very possible the Riverhead might have picked up an inch of rain from that. Very localized downpour there. There were a couple that kind of trained over that area. 0.6 in Hampton. Yeah, over 1/2 an inch there in Southampton there. Yeah, very localized, but again, this is why I had to do another weather video, because, again, we had interesting weather. Of course, not in Nassau County. I was hoping we were getting some of that action. It's probably along the sea breeze front that triggered those storms. And like I said, inland, if you were inland, it was warmer than if you were at the coast. So that kind of, makes sense, the whole thing, But here we go, stall front syndrome, and we're going to be dealing with it all weekend long. And that means chances for rain, unfortunately. Let's close some of this out here, and we'll just go over the statistics for ice slip today, and then I'll get to the high of 77, a low of 69. We're still high of 77 right at normal, so that's the normal, around normal high for but the low of 69 was 9 degrees above normal, so we're still above normal for the day. So here we go. Let's go with stall. Let's take a look at our stalled front syndrome that we're going to be dealing with here. We'll keep it we'll use the European, obviously. I'll use the Eastern U.S. one, so it zooms in a little closer as to what's going on. So here we go again. The usual thing. You can see tomorrow, it looks like the Euro has it fairly wet, and unfortunately, it looks like it's going to linger throughout much of the day tomorrow. So it looks like you're going to be stuck inside tomorrow. And then for Sunday, a little bit better. It looks like the high pressure builds, pushes it back a little more to the southwest again for Sunday. So Sunday for your Father's Day, it'll be dry, clouds, but it looks like Saturday is going to be a problem day right now. That's what it's looking like. And in the next week, you can see things will start heating up, but we'll talk about that on Sunday night. Let's take a closer look and look at the HRRR and show you the rather crappy day we're going to have tomorrow. So there could be some downpours, maybe a thunderstorm overnight there. It looks like the warm front's trying to come back toward us a little bit. And then that front's just going to sit right over us. And that means light rain, showers all day. Could be some sucky drizzle. Maybe toward the evening it tends to thin out a little, but I have a tendency to think that drizzle is just going to last all day long, unfortunately. And then as we get into Sunday, there could still be some sucky drizzle to start, and then hopefully it will improve by later. But there could still be a patchy area of drizzle or light rain. If we look at the total amount of rain, won't be a ton of rain, but wherever you get a downpour, it could be closer to 1/2 an inch to an inch. And again, we kind of underestimated those storms, what would happen today with those storms. So similar thing can happen. We're dealing with the stall front, and I'll look at the dew points and wind flow and show you that right now. So here's your dew points and wind flow. And you'll see that front is going to kind of come back up at us toward tomorrow. So the moisture levels increase the wind stay from the east, and then we see another, as that little wave passes by, the high builds back in, and we have lower dew points on Sunday. However, it will still be cloudy, and it will be cool. So temperatures tomorrow, probably we're going to have trouble getting much above 70, probably 60s with drizzle, and then maybe 50s, upper 50s tomorrow night, and then Sunday probably even cooler. Definitely probably not. Sunday's probably only going to be in the mid to upper 60s at this point. So that's what that model is showing. We'll show you the NAM next. And go to this, I guess. We'll go to the radar one, and this is the NAM tomorrow, so you can see rain moves in the morning and showers on and off. Another patch area light rain. That's just going to linger around, the light rain and drizzle for much of your evening. So it's going to be wet all day. And then Sunday, NAM's not looking so great for Sunday either. It has sucky drizzle for us over on Sunday, too. So you might be stuck in for the entire weekend. Yeah, the entire weekend it's looking like right now. If the NAM was correct, if the NAM is right. We don't know if the NAM is going to be right. But the NAM definitely seems to have the drizzle just sitting over us. And if we look at the total accumulated precip, again, not a ton of rain, but wherever the heavy rain falls, could be an inch or two. An inch of rainfall, otherwise less than that. And this is only the 0Z run, so we only have out till 12Z, actually, Sunday on this run of the NAM. We're looking at the latest run, obviously. I can go back for the other run here, and no, let me use this one. I'll use this one. And you can see a similar deal. So this run has Sunday being dry. So something changed in the 0Z run, and now it's saying that Sunday is going to be wet, too. So I'm hoping that's wrong. I really am. Let's go to the HDRPS. Next one. HDRPS. And you can see, again, tomorrow's the day we're going to have, and again, some could be showers, thunderstorms, rain much of the day, then sucky drizzle, and then hopefully Sunday we can push that down to the south, hopefully. Hopefully. Sunday's should hopefully be better than it will be on Saturday. Saturday, you're going to be stuck in all day. Skies, obviously. I mean, I don't even know why I bother showing this, but we're going to be stuck in the clouds tomorrow. RGM's trying to, again, bring in that drier air and hopefully help us out on Sunday. So, again, Sunday, hopefully there's hope for Sunday, but tomorrow is a lost cause. It's going to be a soggy, miserable day. Let's go and look at the Ventus sky. Back to Ventus sky again. So here we are on the Ventus sky, and I'll show you the... what did I just do there? Oh my gosh. Let's look at the visibility. Hold on. My mouse is acting... My mouse feels like misbehaving again. Okay, so here we go. Visibility. You can see there's that. Now it has some drizzle over Suffolk, but Nassau not so much. Let's see what happens toward the F. It's weird how this is showing rain, but again, when you look at this, it's showing something here. It's showing like a thunderstorm over here at 5 o'clock. That looks like a thunderstorm or a shower or something, but it really doesn't have any significant drizzle here. Not this model. Anyway, let's go to the 15th. Sunday, and it looks like we're not seeing any restrictions to visibility. Drizzle is very, very hard to forecast. It's very, very hard to forecast. It's part of the reason why I hate it. We'll go to windy.com, which is the European, and we'll go ahead and look at that. Go to the visibility and this, and we're going to wrap things up here. Well, I'll look at the smoke model. This is tomorrow. Yeah, it looks like it does try to improve things. But there's another shower there. It could be drizzle around. It could be showers. Again, it looks like Sunday would tend to be the better day. So hopefully we can at least improve things by hopefully later into the afternoon and the evening tomorrow. That's our only hope. But at this point, you know the way these lumbering systems go. They take forever to get through. I'll just look at the radar. I'll show it to you on the radar, and then I'm going to wrap up this video here. And I know I'm so sick of this. I'm so tired of this. This is the worst June ever. You can see there's some showers that's over there, but you got this whole This whole freaking area that's got to move through. It'd be nice if this high would just come down and squash this thing to the south, but the high is just not strong enough for that. So we got this another lumbering low pressure system here that's going to take its sweet time moving through. You want to go north? Do you want to avoid the rain, or you want to go west? But pretty much everyone else is either going to be dealing with unsettled weather. And it looks like there's some heavy rain over Washington. Hopefully it pours there tomorrow. Hopefully. But that's all I'm going to say. Have a good night, and have a good weekend, and I'll be back Sunday night. Oh, wait, the smoke model, right? Okay. Smoke model. We'll be back Sunday night, and we'll talk about the week ahead. Hopefully there'll be some improvement. So you can see that smoke over us. It looks like it does improve as we get toward tomorrow. So, yeah, it's going to be wet, but at least you won't have to deal with the smoke. Smoke looks like it's gonna fade away. So that's at least if there's any good news with that. The air quality will improve, but you won't be able to enjoy it because it's going to be wet outside. Here's the near surface smoke, and you can see it definitely improves as we get toward tomorrow. So that's it. Have a good weekend. Be back Sunday night, and hopefully we have some dryness in sight. I am so sick of this just bloody awful weather. Just, you know what? This weather can just... I'll take anything over this. I'll take the heat. It looks like we're going to get into some heat. So I'll take the heat. This is the worst June ever. We've had how many Saturdays in a row with rain? It's like... It's enough already. It really is. I'm so tired of it. But, hey, it's all part of climate change, folks. So this is not normal what we're seeing. This is all part of how the atmosphere is adjusting to a warmer planet. You have more precipitation, more storms. So, anyway, that's it. Good night.